Evening, everyone. Welcome to another quiz night. You can get on the chat and let us know who's out there. Excuse me. All right, kid. Evening, Dawn. Nice to hear from you, my dear. How's Bob doing? Hello, Richard. All right. Oh, dear. Oh, well. Hello, June. How's Stacey? Yeah, I heard you're coming up, Stacey. Hopefully see you on Thursday, apparently. Excellent, excellent. With Stephen and Jeanette now, I think. And then we'll have a full house again. Excellent. Yes, Stephen. Evening, Stephen. Evening, Jeanette. Woof, forgotten. There we go. Right, we'll make a start. Yeah. Questions tonight. Question 1 is general knowledge. 2 is sport. Get it out the way for June early on. 3 is pop. 4 is human body. 5, Lord of the Rings. 6, TV. 7, geography. 8 is films. 9 is connections. And 10, 3 of a kind. Nice spread of knowledge there, hopefully. So we'll start with question 1 on general knowledge. First part. Which pantomime title character was the son of Widow Twankey? Which pantomime title character was the son of Widow Twankey? Question 2. Who is the patron saint of Scotland? Who is the patron saint of Scotland? Be a clue. It's not Nicola Sturgeon. Sorry, Dawn. Question 3. In 2011, who released the single Someone Like You? 2011, who released the single Someone Like You? Question 4. The car manufacturer Saab originated in which country? The car manufacturer Saab originated in which country? And question 5. Nell Gwyn was the mistress of which king of England? Nell Gwyn was the mistress of which king of England? You need a name and a number there. A name and a number. Right, question 2 is on sport. All 5 parts. All 5 parts. We'll have another one on last season in the Premier League. The last one we'll have on the last season's Premier League for a while. I think I've done it a bit recently, but anyway, all 5 parts. Name the top 5 clubs that scored the most goals last season. It's the 2022-2023 season. Just gone. Which 5 clubs scored the most goals? You're not looking for individual players, you're looking for the clubs. When you've got your answers down, send us ready. Stacey's ready. Dawn's ready. June's ready. Richard's ready. Stephen's ready. Just waiting on Eddie. Guessing his last football team, probably. Excuse me. Yeah, I'll assume our kid's ready, and it's just his Bad connection from the iPad. There he is, right. Okay, which pantomime title character is the son of Widow Twankey? That's Aladdin. The patron saint of Scotland is St Andrew. 2011, the single Someone Like You was by Adele. Saab originated in Sweden. And Nell Gwyn was the mistress of King Charles II. Excuse me. The club's top 5 clubs scored the most goals last season were Man City with 94, Arsenal on 88, Liverpool was 75, Brighton was 72, and Spurs with 70. Just in case you're wondering, Newcastle scored 69 in total, so just off the top 5. Excuse me. Yo, Dawn's got 8. Stacey's on 7. Eddie's on 9. June's on 7. Richard on 7. And Stephen on 9. So we've got Stephen and Eddie both on 9, Dawn on 8, everybody else on 7. Only 2 points between everybody. How's it going to round 4? This is pop music. Name the titles of the songs of the 90s from which these lyrics were taken. All songs from the 1990s. Name the song title which contained these lyrics. First one, I'm a model, you know what I mean. I'm a model, you know what I mean. Number 2, she leads a lonely life. She leads a lonely life. Number 3, don't you know you might find a better place to play? Don't you know you might find a better place to play? Number 4, life in plastic, it's fantastic. Life in plastic, it's fantastic. And number 5, I got a feeling I'm not the only one. I got a feeling I'm not the only one. Right, question 4 is on the human body. First part, More commonly known as the thigh bone, what is the medical name for the longest bone in the human body? More commonly known as the thigh bone, what is the medical name for the longest bone in the human body? Question 2. What word is used to describe someone who is neither left or right-handed but can use both hands with equal ease? What word is used to describe someone who is neither left or right-handed but can use both hands with equal ease? Third part. The condition of seasonal allergic rhinitis is better known by what name? Excuse me. The condition of seasonal allergic rhinitis is better known by what name? Question 4. What is the name given to the pits in the skin from which hairs grow out? What's the name given to the pits in the skin from which hairs grow out of? And question 5. Where in the body would you find the cochlea and the stirrup? Where in the body would you find the cochlea and the stirrup? When you've got your answers, send us the ready. There's Stacey all ready. June ready. Richard ready. Stephen ready. Excuse me. Dawn ready. Ready again. There you go. Right, pop music, the titles of the songs from the 90s. I'm a Model, You Know What I Mean. That was from I'm Too Sexy by Right Said Fred. She Leads a Lonely Life was All That She Wants by Ace of Base. Don't You Know You Might Find a Better Place to Play? Classic Don't Look Back in Anger from Oasis. Excuse me. Life in Plastic, It's Fantastic. Another classic. Barbie Girl by Aqua. And I Got a Feeling I'm Not the Only One. All I Want to Do, Sheryl Crow. All I Want to do is have some fun. Human Body, more commonly known as the thigh bone. Its medical name is the femur. Someone who can use either hand is ambidextrous. I'm a little bit ambidextrous. I pedal a bike with both feet. The condition of seasonal allergic rhinitis is better known as hay fever. The pits in the skin from which hairs grow out are called follicles. And where in the body would you find the cochlea and the stirrup? It's in your ear. In your ear. You get your scores, send them through. Dawn, 8 at 16. Eddie, 8 at 17. Richard, 9 at 16. Good round, Richard. Stacey, 5 gives you 12. Excuse me. Stephen, 8 gives you 17. And June, 6 gives you 13. You've got Stacey on 12, June on 13, Dawn and Richard on 16, and out in the lead by 1 point, Stephen and Eddie. As we're going to round 5, Lord of the Rings, Lord of the Rings. Like, it's well enough known now not to be too much of a specialist subject, and they're not difficult, I don't think, these questions, but then again, there's no such thing as a hard question if you know the answer. Lord of the Rings, first part. At which English university was J.R.R. Tolkien a professor when he wrote The Lord of the Rings? Was it Oxford or Cambridge? You don't know, either. The simple guess, Oxford or Cambridge. Where was Tolkien a professor when he wrote The Lord of the Rings? Question 2. What is Frodo's second name? What is Frodo's second name? Question 3. What is the name of the great wizard? Originally the Grey and later the White. What's the name of the great wizard? Originally the Grey and later the White. Question 4. What type of creatures were Gimli, Balin, and Dwalin? Were they elves, orcs, or dwarves? What type of creatures were Gimli, Balin, and Dwalin? Elves, orcs, or dwarfs? 5. What was the name of Gollum before he committed murder to obtain the ring? What was the name of Gollum before he committed murder to obtain the ring? Excuse me. Okay, question 6 is on TV. Sitcoms. TV sitcoms. In which TV sitcoms did the following characters appear? In which TV sitcoms did the following characters appear? Number 1, Polly Sherman and Manuel. Polly Sherman and Manuel. Number 2, Audrey Forbes Hamilton and Richard de Vere. Audrey Forbes Hamilton and Richard de Vere. Number 4, Shirley Brahms and Captain Stephen Peacock. Shirley Brahms and Captain Stephen Peacock. Did I do number 3? I want number 4. I can't remember what I said number 3 was. Thought not, Stacey. Cheers. We'll make that one number 3, and then number 4 will be Margot and Jerry Ledbetter. Margot and Jerry Ledbetter. You know yourselves when you're marking whether you got them right or wrong. And number 5, Jim Trott and Frank Pickle. Jim Trott and Frank Pickle. You got your answers. Senders are ready. Stacey ready? Richard ready? Dawn ready? June ready? Stephen ready? And there's Eddie ready. Okay, the answers. Lord of the Rings. Tolkien was a professor of Oxford University. Frodo's second name, he was Frodo Baggins, sorry. I think the original pantomime question there. Christopher Biggins. Frodo Baggins. The wizard, originally the Grey and later the White, was Gandalf. Gandalf the Grey and then later Gandalf the White. Gimli, Balin and Dwalin were dwarfs. And the name of Gollum, before he committed murder to obtain the ring, was known as Schmeagol. Schmeagol. The TV sitcoms, Polly Sherman and Manuel appeared in Fawlty Towers. Audrey Forbes Hamilton and Richard de Vere, To the Manor Born. Margot and Jerry Ledbetter were The Good Life. Shirley Brahms and Captain Stephen Peacock, Are You Being Served? I've them either way around. And Jim Trott and Frank Pickle from The Vicar of Dibley. The Vicar of Dibley. Excuse me. Right, Richard's got 9, 25. Eddie, 810. I take that's 8. That's 25. Stephen, 9. 26, I think, Stephen. You're on 17, you got 9. Stacey, 4. 16. Not the Lord of the Rings fan, eh? Sorry, mate. June 8, total 21. Oh, Dawn's up there. I missed that. Dawn got 9, 25. So, Stacey on 16, June on 21. Richard, Dawn, and Eddie all on 25. Stephen and Jeanette out in front on 26. As we're going to question 7 on geography. Geography. First part. In which English county is the Lake District? Which English county is the Lake District? I'm sure there's plenty of that subjects you'll bring your expertise to, Stacey. If only we had to worry about just Lord of the Rings every week, we'd be a lot better off, honestly. Question 2. Which T for Tommy, is the most populated city in the world? Which T for Tango properly, is the most populated city in the world? Question 3. Into which ocean does the Amazon flow? Into which ocean does the Amazon flow? Question 4. Cape Wrath, W-R-A-T-H, Cape Wrath is the most northwesterly point of which country? Is it Scotland, Canada, or Australia? Cape Wrath, W-R-A-T-H, is the most northwesterly point of which country? Scotland, Canada, or Australia? And question 5. What is the name of the capital of Western Australia and a place in Scotland which is also known as the Fair City? What is the name of the capital of Western Australia and a place in Scotland which is also known as the Fair City? Question 8 on films. The subtitle this week is subtitles. It's not the words that go underneath the film, it's the subtitles of films and things like that. First part, The Wrath of Khan was the subtitle of the second in which series of films? The Wrath of Khan was the subtitle of the second in which series of films? I just noticed that's twice I've used the word wrath in it, Cape Wrath and then the Wrath of Khan. Must be my word of the day. Question 2. Beyond the Thunderdome was a subtitle in which series of films? Beyond the Thunderdome was a subtitle in which series of films? Question 3. Which 1964 comedy had the subtitle How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb? Which 1964 comedy had the subtitle How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb? Question 4. The Curse of the Black Pearl was the subtitle for which 2003 action-adventure movie starring Johnny Depp and Orlando Bloom? The Curse of the Black Pearl was the subtitle for which 2003 action-adventure movie starring Johnny Depp and Orlando Bloom? Excuse me. And the last one. Which 1997 action sequel starring Jason Patric was subtitled Cruise Control? Which 1997 action sequel starring Jason Patric was subtitled Cruise Control? When you've got your answers, send us ready. Stacey ready, Richard ready. Dawn ready. Stephen ready? June ready? There's him. Okay, which English county is the Lake District? It's in Cumbria. T is the most populated city in the world. That's T for Tokyo. The Amazon flows into the Atlantic. Cape Wrath is the most northwesterly point in Scotland. And the name of the capital of Western Australia, and also a place in Scotland known as the Fair City, that's Perth. Perth. Wrath of Khan was the subtitle of the second in the Star Trek series of films. Beyond the Thunderdome was a subtitle in the Mad Max series of films. 64 comedy that had the subtitle How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. Classic Peter Sellers and Dr. Strangelove. Curse of the Black Pearl was the subtitle of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. And the 1997 action sequel starring Jason Patric, subtitled Cruise Control, that was Speed. Speed. First one starred Sandra Bullock, I think. There's the scores. Richard's got 8. That's 33. Stephen, 7. That's 33. Eddie, 7 is 32. Dawn, 8 is 33. Stacey, 8. Total 24. And June, 9. Total 30. So we've got Stacey on 34, June on 30, Eddie on 32, and Stephen, Dawn, and Richard, all joint leaders on 33. Excuse me. As we're going to the last 2 rounds. Question 9 on connections. First part. In which film did Rex Harrison appear alongside a 2-headed llama? Which film did Rex Harrison appear alongside a 2-headed llama? Question 2. Which character has been played on TV by Phil Silvers and on film by Steve Martin? Which character has been played on TV by Phil Silvers and on film by Steve Martin? Excuse me. Question 3. Who painted the Flatford Mill and the Haywain? Who painted Flatford Mill and the Haywain? Oh, well, to get that one wrong, you're definitely not Company Iona, Stacey. Question 4. Who played the chef Gareth Blackstock in the sitcom Chef? Who played the chef Gareth Blackstock in the sitcom Chef? Question 5. What is the connection between all four answers? What's the connection between all those four answers? Excuse me. Oh. Okay, and the last one, question 10, is three of a kind. Three of a kind. You need 3 answers for each one of these. Question 1. What are the names of Donald Duck's 3 nephews? What are the names of Donald Duck's 3 nephews? Question 2. Which 3 sports make up the triathlon? Which 3 sports make up the triathlon? Question 3. What were the first names of the 3 Bronte sisters? What were the first names of the 3 Bronte sisters? Excuse me. Question 4. What are the names of the 3 musketeers? What are the names of the 3 musketeers? And the last part. Which 3 countries does Luxembourg border? Which 3 countries does Luxembourg border? Take a little extra time with those last ones because you need all 3 parts correct to get your 1 point for those last 5. But when you're ready, senders are ready. Richard ready? Stacey ready? June ready? Stephen ready? Dawn ready? There's everybody. Okay, 9 connections. Which film did Rex Harrison appear alongside a two-headed llama called the Push Me Pull You? That was in Dr. Dolittle. Which character has been played on TV by Phil Silvers and on film by Steve Martin? Sergeant Bilko. All right. Who painted Flatford Mill and the Haywain? That was John Constable. Who played Chef Gareth Blackstock in the sitcom Chef? That was Lenny Henry. Which might have put a few of you off the connections. But the actual connection for question 5 is Carry On Films. Carry On Doctor, Carry On Sergeant, Carry On Constable, and Carry On Henry. Carry On Films. 3 of a kind. Donald Duck's 3 nephews are Huey, Dewey, and Louie. The 3 sports that make up the triathlon are running, cycling, and swimming. The 3 Bronte sisters are Anne, Charlotte, and Emily. The 3 musketeers, Athos, Porthos, and Aramis. And the 3 countries that border Luxembourg, France, Germany, and Belgium. France, Germany, and Belgium. So when you've got your final scores, send them through. Dawn, 8 is 41. Richard, 8 is 41. Stephen, 8 is 41. Eddie, 9 is 41. Stacey, 8 is 32. And June, 7 is 37. With Stacey on 32, June on 37. Stephen, Eddie, Dawn, Richard, give yourselves a pat on the back. All 4 winners, joint winners on 41 points. Good total in the 40s as well. Good quizzing there, people. Good quizzing. Well, hopefully, we'll see you all next week. Look after yourselves. Yeah, hopefully, Stacey. I'll be there. Bye, June. Thanks, Dawn. Give Bobby me best. Thanks, Richard. We'll see you all next week. Good night.